Imagine you wake up tomorrow, grab your phone, and instead of a weather app, you open something called Futurecast. It tells you, with 94% confidence, exactly what you're going to do today, next year, and for the next 40 years of your life. Would you read it? Because here's the thing. We are not as far from that moment as you'd like to think. And once we get there, everything, and I mean everything, gets really, really weird. Let's build the scenario. It's 10 years from now. AI systems have been quietly learning from the data we hand over every single day. And we hand over a lot. Your phone knows when you sleep and when you can't. Your credit card knows your habits better than your closest friend. Your search history knows your fears, your dreams, your 2 a.m. questions you'd never say out loud. Social media knows what makes you laugh, what makes you rage comment at strangers, and exactly how long you'll stare at a video of a dog failing to catch a frisbee before moving on. Now take all of that. Feed it into an AI trained on the behavioral patterns of billions of people across decades. Let it find the connections humans can't see. And suddenly, predicting what you specifically will do on a random Thursday afternoon isn't science fiction anymore. It's just math. So, what actually happens next? Let's start with something small. The AI predicts you're going to quit your job in 7 months. Not because it read your mind, because the pattern is unmistakable. You've Googled how to become a freelancer 39 times. You've opened a resignation letter draft and closed it without sending it 6 times. You bought a book called Leap and the net will appear. You have not read it, but the AI noticed you bought it. The AI always notices. Now zoom out. The AI doesn't give you one future. It gives you a probability tree. Thousands of branching paths, each one with a percentage. There's a 71% chance you move cities within 5 years. A 58% chance you get a dog before you get a promotion. And, this one's awkward, a 34% chance you text your ex this weekend. The AI has reviewed your relationship history. It is not optimistic. Here's where it starts feeling real. Because AI is already doing versions of this right now. In 2025, health insurance algorithms flag patients for conditions before symptoms appear. Spotify predicts the exact song you want to hear before you open the app. Netflix calculates whether you'll finish a show before the first episode ends. One study found that AI could predict a person's political beliefs with unsettling accuracy based purely on eye movement patterns. Not words, not posts, the way your eyes move. Scaling that up to a full life prediction system? Uncomfortable? Absolutely. Impossible? Not remotely. So now imagine Future App is available to everyone. You check it like a weather forecast every morning. It says, moderate chance of poor decision-making around lunchtime. Avoid Thai food. High probability of regret. That is either incredibly useful or the start of a full-on identity crisis. Maybe both simultaneously. Some people would love this. They'd optimize everything. Every career move, every relationship, every financial decision filtered through the machine first. Life becomes a series of high-percentage bets. Efficient, streamlined, and slowly, quietly, completely hollow. Other people would spiral. Because here's the trap hiding underneath all of this. If you already know your future, every choice you make starts to feel less like a choice. You're not deciding to go to the gym. You're just executing the script the algorithm wrote for you. And that small but important feeling, the one that whispers you are the author of your own life, goes very, very silent. Okay, here's the part where things get genuinely mind-bending. The moment AI predictions become widely available, they stop being accurate. Think about that slowly. The AI predicts you'll quit your job. You read the prediction. Suddenly, you're self-aware about it. You feel weirdly defensive. You decide, almost out of spite, to prove the machine wrong. You ask for a raise instead. You get it. You stay for 3 more years. The AI was wrong, because you knew it was right. This is the observer effect, one of the most famous principles in physics, and it turns out it applies just as hard to human behavior. The act of observing a system changes the system. Once people know their predicted futures, they don't just follow them. Some chase the prediction. Some run from it. Some do both at the same time and end up completely confused on a Tuesday afternoon. And the AI, which was trained on billions of people who didn't know their predictions, is now trying to model an entirely different kind of human. One who is permanently self-conscious, gaming the system, second-guessing every instinct. The predictions collapse under the weight of being seen. There's a principle in economics called Goodhart's Law. The moment a measure becomes a target, it stops being a useful measure. Apply that to your entire life trajectory, and you get a world where the AI is endlessly chasing a future that keeps reshaping itself the instant anyone looks at it. Physicists call it the measurement problem. Economists call it Goodhart's law. Philosophers call it the paradox of determinism. The rest of us would probably just call it an extremely stressful morning. So here's where we actually land. Could AI predict your future? In fragments, honestly, yes. The pieces are already here. Behavioral models, health forecasting, recommendation engines, they're all early chapters of the same story. And that story is getting longer every year. But predicting a full human life? That crashes into something that isn't a technology problem. It's a human problem. We are contradictory. We are impulsive. We change our minds for bad reasons and sometimes stumble into the best decisions of our lives by complete accident. We are, at our core, deeply unpredictable, and not because we're random, but because we respond. We learn. We surprise ourselves. The AI can map your patterns. It can calculate your probabilities. But it cannot account for the Tuesday you randomly decide to learn the banjo, or fall in love with someone who makes absolutely no statistical sense, or stop at a gas station, eat a suspiciously good hot dog, and somehow have the best afternoon of your entire year. The future isn't a file with your name on it. It's a conversation, and you're still the one holding the pen. Now I want to hear from you. If Future App existed tomorrow, would you open your file? Or would you delete it without reading? Drop your answer in the comments. I genuinely want to know where people land on this one. If this video made your brain do something interesting, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm, somewhat ironically, that you enjoy thinking about algorithms. And if you want more what-if questions that start fun and end somewhere unexpected, subscribe. New video every week. The AI did not predict you'd enjoy this channel, but we're betting on it anyway.